poppin', everyone? Pablo Iglesias here with the head men's coach for Wisconsin Golf, Mike Wilson, entering his 5th season. Mike, how you doing today here? We're out here at TPC Wisconsin. It's a Wisconsin Invitational. It was a little bit of a stressful one trying to replan this, but how are we doing today?
Yeah, doing great. I mean, yesterday was kind of a challenge with the storms came in out of nowhere, and it looks like today's going to be an awesome day, and we'll get it all in. I can't complain about the temperature.
Can't complain about it all. This is it feels perfect right now, fall golf and everything. Tell us a little bit about the team makeup this year and what you've seen so far with this group.
Yeah, we have 2 seniors returning, Jacob Beckman, who's from Middleton, and then Spencer Turch from Charlotte. Also McCord Grice from Atlanta, so 3. And then we have Charlie Erlinson's also from Verona, and then William Harnage from Heartland. They're all in the lineup, and looking forward to seeing what they can do. It's still early in the year, and just ready to get back at it.
And what's it like too having some local kids too? You mentioned Jacob, you mentioned Charlie. I know Charlie too is going into his sophomore season, right? I mean, he's making some noise as a young buck already.
Yeah,
the local guys out here. What's that like?
Yeah, it's kind of fun because it's for me recruiting the state's awesome. I can get everywhere with a car, and we have a lot of talent in the state, and the kids play a lot of golf. It's actually coming from the South and seeing what these high school kids go through, starting to play golf in Wisconsin in April, and you never know what you're going to get. And they play 3 days a week, tournament competition, and then all summer long. And, it's really cool to, get to know everyone in the state.
And talking about that too, I mean, this 5th season for you. You're a guy from the South. You come to Wisconsin. What have you learned so far about how much it's been called a hidden gem essentially for Wisconsin too, to be that hidden gem for golf. Have you discovered that too?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know a whole lot of what to expect. I'd been to Madison and been to University Ridge, but I had not been to the all the great courses in Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin may have the most top 100 public golf courses in the U.S. or close to it. So we're so fortunate to be able to come to a place like TPC Wisconsin, University Ridge, Sand Valley, Erin Hills, Whistling Straits. I mean, the list goes on. And we're at Erin Hills in 2 weeks, and our guys get to play these unreal venues, and it's just a really cool spot.
How does it help these guys grow too, to get this experience so close to home too? I mean, I'm sure it's got to be fun to travel. You mentioned Biloxi, you mentioned you guys are taking these road trips, but also the fact that they get to play these courses here at home.
Yeah, it's huge because they're all so different. I mean, University Ridge versus TPC Wisconsin, the style is crazy different, and that helps prepare us to go on the road. Get different. I mean, we're not getting a whole lot different surfaces of grass, but different layouts. I mean, this place is flat. University Ridge is hilly. Erin Hills obviously has hills, and it's cool to be able to just go to all these totally different types of golf courses that all are in great condition, highly ranked, and a really good test.
And pull back the curtain a little bit. I remember the first conversation you and I had when you were introduced as the head coach. You mentioned that you love to have this blue collar mentality. That's what you've always wanted to instill in this program. For people who are still getting to know Mike Wilson a little bit, for our jump around people out here, what is it exactly like? Tell us a little bit about Mike Wilson and how he's built the program.
I mean, a little bit like for me, I grew up in a football background. My dad was a high school football coach in Georgia and South Carolina for 50 years. So, I mean, I don't necessarily coach it like football, but I still have that football mentality of, kind of get in the dirt and get after it. And we work really hard. And
what position were you?
I played center.
Okay.
Unfortunately, not tall enough. I mean, the 5'9", maybe not quite tall enough.
Still to make sure the snap counts are ready to go. You had to make sure everybody was in line.
Oh yeah, I could snap it. Yeah. So it's like, coming here trying to instill that for our program, and we do have kids that work really hard. They're unbelievable in the classroom. Mm-hmm. We've had decent success on the golf course. We've been really good in Big Ten championships, I think, inside the top 6 the first 4 years, third 1 year, and, gone to NCAA tournaments. So, I want to consistently be going to the NCAA tournament. That's like the vision of the program. And then, every now and then pop into the national championship. And we can do that here. We've got the right kids. We're bringing in the right kids. And, they're a ton of fun to coach. And they're extremely into being a Badger, which I don't know, it's a new age in college athletics. They're not trying to chase the dollar. They're trying to, do the best for the University of Wisconsin.
And you're coming off a season 2 where Cameron Huss had a fantastic run in the NCAAs. Yep. How do you move on from, a player like that too, after he has such a great run? But how does it also help these guys too? What did they learn from that?
I mean, it helps them a ton. You're playing with a guy that's got a Korn Ferry Tour card, went to the NCAA championship, and he comes back and plays with us when he's in town. He practices out here a lot. He practices at University Ridge, and if he's not on the road, he's here. And I don't think there's a better way to practice than play with a guy that's arguably the best golfer in Wisconsin history and is playing pro golf right now.
Yeah. Just your goals this season, too. Again, you guys have this weekend off after this Invitational, but also Aaron Hills, too. I mean, just to get to be out there.
Right.
That's got to be an awesome experience.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I mean, playing a U.S. Open golf course, most of these guys grew up here, and just getting to see that for themselves. And they've played it before, and, we need to compete well here. Obviously, we've got to finish this tournament. Hopefully, we move up the leaderboard. A little slow day for us yesterday, and goals for me, making the NCAA tournament, goals for the team, same deal. And, once again, like a top finish in the Big Ten. We want to win it. I mean, we have 18 teams, so it's in West Coast, Southern California teams, so it's gotten a little bit more difficult, but, we're right there. We got to learn to compete with that.
Love to hear those goals, and wanted to know, too, when it comes to the 5 years or as you enter your 5th season, what do you think you learned the most about yourself as a coach since you've came here? I
think just learning to try to find the right players to fit the environment. Not so much the weather, more like the culture of the state. And, the weather we've been able to handle. It's actually, once you get here, you realize for us it's not a problem because we're fortunate enough to have resources to get to warm spots to practice. And but, yeah, for me as a coach, just learning, like trying to get right players for us to fit into our program.
All right, Coach, before we wrap things up, I got a few one-off questions for you. Let's have some fun with this. You ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. If you had the option, you could either have lifetime tickets at the Masters on Championship Sunday, rest of your life, or you could play one round at Augusta. Which are you choosing?
Whew.
Please don't tell me you've played Augusta already.
I have not played Augusta.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure.
I have been to a final round at the Masters. I think I'm going to play Augusta.
Okay. Just the layout of the course, too, real quick, when you were out there for that one Sunday. What was that like?
I mean, it's just a special place. I mean, it's a lot more hilly than what you see on TV. And, I mean, it almost feels like fantasy land when you walk in there. Now you can't have cell phones, or you never could have cell phones. And it's kind of cool. You can just get away from the real world and see a beautiful piece of property and great players.
Perfect. All right. Next one. Build out your dream foursome and tell me exactly why you're choosing these 3 golfers.
I am definitely choosing Tiger Woods. I'll play with my dad, and I'd probably go with Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah, that's a great one. So, break down why each one.
Obviously Tiger, like my generation, best to ever do it. I've actually met both Tiger and Jack Nicklaus, and I mean, Nicklaus was the best to do it before Tiger, so I just think that's really cool. And then my dad's 88 years old. He's out here watching, plays every day, and it's just, he's the one that, let me get to this point.
All right, last one. You can play your dream course, but you can only choose 3 clubs out of the bag. I'm also giving you your driver and your putter, so you don't have to use those 3 clubs, but you can only use 3 clubs for the entire round to stay under par at your dream course. What are your 3 clubs?
Unfortunately, since I'm pretty short off the tee now, I'm going to take a 5-wood, a 7-iron, and a lob wedge, and hope for the best. Hit a bunch of trick shots.
What's the course that you think you could play at, or the dream course?
There's not one right now. Maybe Blackhawk.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, he's Mike Wilson. I'm Pablo Iglesias. This is the Jump Around, a Badger dedicated show.